Today I'm going to be giving a persuasive speech on tattoos in the workplace. As like many employers, OPPD reserves the right to administer random drug and alcohol screening on all employees. These so-called random drug screenings have actually become a way to discriminate against certain employees and what is tattooed on their arms. One of my coworkers, his name is Matt. He has large tattoos, but they're inoffensive, completely covering from his wrist to his shoulder. He has been sent in for random drug and alcohol screening 7 times in 6 months. Random drug screening tests. They all have come back negative. I have no visible tattoos and have only done my initial drug screening. Scott excels at sales. He has that come hither attitude that makes people enjoy his presence and trust his judgment. When he lost his last job to the car dealership closing, he has had a very hard time finding a new position. This is not because of the failing economy or because of lack of skills. It is because Scott has a tribal tattoo symboled on his neck. From company to company, he does not get positions, but only one would admit that they have a strict tattoo and piercing policy and feel it would be distracting or offensive to their high-scale customers. Angie's attention to detail and organizational skills make her an excellent candidate for assistant. She was very alternative when she was very younger, and now has large holes in her earlobes from large studs she wore years ago. She also has a couple large tattoos on her arm. She has not been chosen for any position where the public may see her. No longer restricted to I love mom, spiritual symbol, cartoon, and the like tattoos of various shapes, sizes, and symbols are now proudly displayed on nearly every body part. All demographic boundaries, athletes, co-workers, employees of all ages, classes, ethnic groups, and genders now have what used to be seen only in the rough crowd. Given the popularity of tattoos, employers need to rethink the prejudice about tattoos and focus on pertinent matters of their potential employees. The policies and attitudes regarding tattoos need to change. The views of tattoos should change from drug-addicted criminals and foul-mouthed sailors to normal, hard-working citizens. As our society has changed to a more relaxed work environment, so has the dress code. Suits and ties have been replaced with polos and khakis. Skirts and blouses have been replaced with slacks and trendy shirts. Our society has bonded this acceptable in most workplaces. Although with this relaxing of American workwear, the views and policies on tattoos and other body art has not relaxed along with it. Tattoos are still covered for almost all work and any job title that has direct contact with the public. Although many people with visible tattoos are qualified to work with the public, it is still viewed as being distracting to customers. This may be true for some characters. A tattoo on the neck of a salesman may be distracting, but that does not mean it's right. This shows that the attitudes toward individuals with tattoos are a problem with society, not with employers. Attitudes toward individuals with tattoos will change in society if employees become more lenient on policies regarding body art. Once tattoos are seen on a more regular basis in the workplace, we all do business, they will become more of a social norm and not such of an outcast of society. This will take time, and it is not a prejudice that we can fix overnight. It will take the cooperation of all employers to accept employees on the basis of their skills and not the way they look. If OPPD could look past the tattoos on Matt's arm and stop bothering him with so many random drug and alcohol screenings, they could see that he's a stellar employee who understands his role much better than several other of the individuals out there that's been in the same position for much longer. As far as Scott, if his potential employers could see past his tattoos on his resume that he was top in sales 5 out of 6 months, they might see potential to offer great things to the business. Angie could be the answer to someone's needs with their strict organizational and attention to detail, helping the office become much more productive. Once these challenges are accomplished and tattoos are accepted in society, the qualified people who have them will be given the opportunity to have better jobs. We will have greater talent at our workplace. Appearances will no longer be a way to weed out potential employees, and all talented individuals, tattooed or not, will have an equal chance for great opportunities. The policies don't need to completely disappear. Just as most office environments haven't went to allowing employees to wear jeans 5 days out of the week, there needs to be some type of restriction. Policies should restrict the content of the message being sent out by the tattoo. A good example of this would be requiring employees to cover tattoos of Nazi symbols or insignias. Such artwork may be offensive enough to have an emotional or even a physical response from those who are viewing the tattoo. Also, if the nature of the tattoo offend the general morals of the community, such as women shown in the nude, the tattoo should be also covered. Another type of tattoo that should be covered or not allowed in the workplace are gang-related tattoos. If a tattoo is displays as gang ties, these should be hidden at all times. Every great idea, there is an exception. These type of tattoos are the exception of the idea of stopping discrimination because of body art. These types of tattoos are offensive to the general population and should not be allowed in workplaces. With these types of obvious exceptions to the rules, making policies regarding tattoos is possible. With adding policies that restrict offensive tattoos, employees are still making the rules lenient enough to get a great pool of candidates for each position. And since judgment on appearance will no longer be an issue, best candidate for the job can be chosen. Employers need to reverse their dress code policies to allow tattoos to be visible as long as they are inoffensive. They must also change their hiring policies to include all qualified and talented individuals, no matter what their outside appearance may be. As individuals, we all need to call upon ourselves to change our discriminative views on tattoos and body art. Once all of these changes occur, we will live in a more equal work environment where talents are used to the best of their advantage.